Lexus CT Review. Not only is the Lexus CT200h the world's first full hybrid entrant in the compact premium car category, but it is also Lexus's first compact model. It was previewed by the LFCH concept shown at Frankfurt in 2009. The CT200h's petrol-electric parallel hybrid powertrain has already seen service in the 4 generations of Toyota's environmental poster boy, the Prius. It also inherits a great deal of proven reliability from the 2 generations of Prius before that, stretching back to 1997. Even so, it's not enough just to be different in a class oozing with impressive models. To be taken seriously in the premium hatchback pack, a car needs to drive like a BMW, be built like an Audi and have plenty of curbside appeal. Not an easy task. Especially as more premium hybrid hatches are emerging from the woodwork. Just look at the emergence of the Audi A3 e-tron, Volkswagen Golf GTE and the Mini Countryman Cooper SE. The CT200h's engine, electric motor setup produces a combined 134 bhp, which isn't a huge amount in a car weighing more than 1,600 kilograms, a portly passenger more than an Audi A3 Sportback, but even so, Lexus claims an impressive 68.9 miles per gallon on the combined cycle. Straight-line performance is less than sparkling, though, with an official 10.3 seconds 0 to 62 miles per hour time being touted by Lexus. What that number doesn't tell you is that to get to hit this speed is a pretty noisy affair, although once there, and cruising, it delivers more on its promise of the silent revolution. Those looking for a posh, smallish hybrid could easily overlook the slightly wooden steering, but it's harder to forgive the harsh ride, even if it does corner far better than you'd expect. What the Lexus certainly has on its side is appealing cost of ownership for company car drivers. Although it wears a premium badge, a huge amount of equipment means buyers don't need to bump up their P11D value by diving into the options list. And CO2 emissions of 94 grams/km mean a 10% benefit in kind rating, plus it avoids the diesel surcharge. After 6 years in production, the CT is being given a final facelift ahead of being replaced, with the exterior given sharper, more purposeful lines, the interior given a light spruce of upgrade tech including a 10.3-in infotainment system and the inclusion of Lexus's Safety System Plus. It includes autonomous emergency braking which operates up to the speed of 50 miles per hour, alongside lane departure, traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control and headlight assistance systems. In light of the Prius's hero status, it's understandable that the Lexus CT200h should have a conventional 5-door hatchback silhouette instead of a more aerodynamically efficient profile. It's vital that this car has its own visual identity, and that it's accepted into a class full of 2-box hatchbacks such as the BMW 1 Series, Mercedes-Benz A-Class and Audi A3. The Lexus looks contemporary, although not especially handsome to our eyes. Its mission, remember, is to attract a more youthful customer to the brand, and it still sports a low drag coefficient of 0.29. The front wings have wheel arch liners and side protectors to reduce the road and engine noise that enters the cabin, while a dynamic noise damper positioned inside the tailgate reduces the transmission of road noise into the cabin via the boot floor. These features contribute to the impressive levels of mechanical refinement at low and medium speeds. A power bulge in the bonnet is more than a little unnecessary on a 134 bhp hybrid, but it's one of the styling flourishes intended to attract a younger clientele to the Lexus brand. The muscular rear haunches emphasize the CT200h's broad stance on the road and have a similar aim. On performance cars, exhaust styling is usually an evocative feature, but the Lexus's designers have deliberately disguised the exhaust on the CT200h. Unless you peer under the valance, you wouldn't know it had one. Most of the models in the range look broadly the same, save for the F-Sport, which gets a fairly subtle set of body tweaks, including bumpers, grille and gunmetal-colored alloy wheels. Standard wheels are 17-inch alloys except for the entry-level SE model, but you can specify softer riding 16s with more sidewall as an option. For reasons of ride and comfort we'd recommend that you do. The most pleasing aspect of Toyota's hybrid Synergy drive isn't its economy but the relaxing lack of noise at low speed. In short, the Lexus CT200h is one seriously hushed car. Using electric power only, there's barely a whine from the electric motor, while road and wind disturbance are negligible, courtesy of commendable cabin insulation. Our noise meter shows the CT200h to be quieter than a Range Rover TD V8 at 30 miles per hour, and within 4 decibels of a Rolls-Royce Ghost. When you call for more power, the car's piston engine starts, barely perceptibly at first. Open the throttle wide, however, and you'll certainly notice as it spins busily up to peak power to propel the Lexus's 1,450 kilograms. The hybrid powertrain doesn't produce spectacular acceleration, however. Lexus claims 0 to 62 miles per hour in 10.3 seconds, but our two-way average to 60 miles per hour was 11.1 seconds. The CT200h can be reasonably responsive, though. Select Sport mode and you get additional boost from the electric motor, as well as sharper throttle response. That done, you'll find the Lexus has enough urge for relaxed overtaking below 70 miles per hour, provided there's charge in its batteries. The biggest problem with the car's performance isn't a shortage of outright power. It's more that it's delivered in a way that makes you feel only in vague control of either engine, and that makes you work doubly hard to gain and maintain speed. Try to drive this car keenly, though, and the CT200h's throttle may as well be a switch. You're perpetually either flat out, waiting for the drivetrain to translate those high crank speeds into forward thrust, or off the accelerator completely, waiting for the batteries to regenerate. Unless you're happy to use lots of revs and throttle at motorway speeds and on cross-country roads, it's actually frustratingly easy to lose your hard-earned speed up inclines and around corners.